My name is John Rizzo, and I'm a mechanic. Let me ask a question. Have you ever felt depressed, broken, or unrepairable? Well, that was me at one point in my life. But see, I'm not like any other mechanic. I'm a special one. I can diagnose an engine by sound. That sounds pretty amazing, right? Unfortunately, there was an engine I couldn't hear, and that was my own. At the age 41, I was sentenced to 50 years in prison. So I said 50 years. At that moment in my life, I felt broken and unrepairable. I began to cry. I yelled out, "No, no, no more. No more drinking, no more blaming other people for my faults. It was time to take responsibility for my actions. It was time to open up my hood and look at my engine." There's three components that make an engine run. You got fuel, spark, and air. The fuel in an engine is gasoline. Fuel for me was alcohol. The spark is caused by the cap, the rotor, the wires, and the plugs. Spark for me was hanging out on Excitement Boulevard. The air is caused by the internal moving parts. The air for me was a lack of concern for others. You see, when I opened up my hood, my diagnosis was I was getting too much fuel. That was all that alcohol. And my airflow was restricted. That's why I was blowing so much toxic smoke out my exhaust and my mouth. See, when I was in the world, I was rebellious. I thought there was no consequence to my actions. All I thought about was where was I going to get a next drink or hanging out with my friends. Well, at least I thought they were my friends. I neglected my wife, my children, which caused my divorce. And then after my divorce, I became depressed. I got in trouble, later incarcerated. That's when I had to call my family on the phone and tell them I was sorry for putting him through all of this. I adamantly believe that the two profound words, "I'm sorry," they have no value unless you have concrete evidence to support them. So I'm working very hard throughout this journey to get such evidence. See, I quit school when I was 16 with no thought of going back. Who needed school? But I needed the tools, and education was it. So I attended school. And surprisingly enough, after 20 years, I got my GED. This made my family proud. You see, my sister, my children, they're my rock, my guardian angels, my support system. They saw something in me that I couldn't see. I was now ready to pressure wash my motor. This was me, taking away all the negative thoughts I had about myself and I had about others. Now I was ready for that tune-up. I became an inmate program assistant. This was me showing others and teaching others what I had learned along the way. I also became an alcohol substance abuse clerk. This was me again helping other people with their drug addictions and their alcohol addictions. Now I have my tune-up parts. My cap, my rotor, my wires, and my plugs. You see, the rotor sends spark to the cap, and then to the wires, and then to the plugs, which are on the side of the engine, which causes a fire internally. And even after all the locked gates and the bars, and God knows there's a lot of those in prison, this ignited a flame in me that had been going for a very long time. It motivated me. So I asked to be moved closer to my family and a college program. And when I got there, I spoke to a gentleman you all know, Sean Pica. He's from Hudson Link and Mercer University. He told me how to fill out the application for college. And it took me a little while to get in. I didn't think I could do it. But after I enrolled, my life took a 180-degree turn. And I am proud to say that I did do it. And in fact, I took a summer course. And then I took 2 classes after that. I have 9 credits. And I'm working on another 9 right now. I'm going to get my associate's degree in behavioral science. I'm going to get my bachelor's and then my master's. This is going to give me more circulation in that engine to help young men and women in the world make better choices with unlimited possibilities. And let me give you one last thing. If you look at the screen, this was me. And if you look at the screen again, this is me, totally rebuilt. And I am proud to say, standing here before you, that I am no longer a broken engine. And I'm standing here now, yes, me, standing here now on this stage at the 2024 Beyond the Block, telling you all my story. Now, I think that is amazing. Let me leave you with one last message. We all have engines. You do, you do, you do, and people way back there, they do too as well. If you don't listen to the noises, eventually, they are going to fail. My name is John Rizzo, and I'm a mechanic.